So, last movie review of 2023. So, last night I went to the movies and I saw Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom in D-Box. It was fun. I liked it. It was great. Oh my. D-Box is going up though. Kind of mad about that shit. Fucking $20 for evening tickets. Yeah. Like, damn. Because it used to be 16. It was 16 for a long time, and then it's going up $4. Like, damn. So, here's my thoughts on the Lost Kingdom. I really do wish Black Manta had stabbed Arthur Jr., but oh well. I like kid death. I love kid violence. You should know this by now. You're like, oh God, he just openly admitted to kid violence. I need to call 911. I have to put this on Twitter and get him canceled. It's a joke, shithead. But seriously, I love kid violence. I do like how James Wan took influence from Superman Returns with the Orichalcum Underground setup. Yes, he did. When I saw that entrance, I was like, oh, I recognize that. It's the Kryptonite island from Superman Returns. Very cool shit. I like that. And then also it reminded me of oh, what the hell was that planet? Crate in Last Jedi. Yeah, it was Crate. Yeah, it was Crate. Yeah, that too. But the mixture of that, like, it was really good. King Kordax is my MVP next to Black Manta. Yeah, even though his time was short lived, still interesting to me. Like, he should have had more story and shit, and I'll be getting on to more story in a little bit in reference to him. Let's see. I love the world building in this too. Yes, absolutely love world building. World building for me is a strong turn on. Not sexually, just it's a major turn on for me. Like, if you give me a lot of world building and details, like, wow, it's a lot to remember, but it's still cool. I do have to say the opening logo was kind of odd. Felt kind of cheap. Whereas other logos are more unique. Like, the first one for Aquaman was, him in water, and it was a watery logo. And this one was ice, and it just felt kind of generic. And I don't mean to bash that. It's just like it could have been a lot more, I guess. Because I remember, what Frozen logo did I like? Um, Something I saw that had ice in it. I can't remember what the fuck it was, and it was recently too. Oh well, I'll come back to me later. Like, oh, that one. I don't remember, but uh, yeah. Oh well. Going back to Black Manta stabbing Arthur Jr., it would have been cool as fuck and been true dark DC, but that would have sort of made for a third film. Yeah. Unless Kordax killed him off, proving he was merely a puppet, or Aquaman and Mira killed him to exact revenge. Like, it would have been interesting. Because I've seen that baby killing shit before. Eh, gross. Hocked a loogie when I didn't want to hock a loogie. Hate that shit. Better. Anywho. So, yeah, if Manta had killed Arthur's kid, it would have been smart. But given, this is the sequel and shit, and the way his death, and he just like, never. And just like threw himself off, I'm like, all right, cool. But if he had stabbed the kid, he would have like, the shit was Broly. Broly getting stabbed as a child, and they show that shit. Yeah, that kind of murdering. I like that. Um like, if they had shown that shit, people would have been pissed. People would have been pissed. People would have been happy. Like, finally, it's dark. Because I can't stand, like, kid friendly CBMs. They're dumb. Retarded shit. Nonsense. Anyway. And then it would have led to, Aquaman and Mira getting their revenge, especially if he escaped. Although if Kordax had killed him off and, called him a puppet and shit, that would have been sick as fuck too. I've always seen that in DC though, with arcs like these, and I think it's overkill to take out so many characters in one story, but then again, it sets up for a future layout. It really does. Like, I remember, what arc was that had so many kills in it? I think it was Blackest Night. Yeah, Blackest Night or Brightest Day. One of the two of them had the most arc kills in it, and I can't remember which one it was. But yeah, because if you kill so many motherfuckers off, it's just, it can seem meaningless and pointless, but it's also a means to start fresh. That way you don't have to rely on so many backstory, origin, rehashes, and all that jazz that nobody gives a fuck about anymore. They're so overplayed and done, and it's like, ugh. Ugh. So dumb. Let's see here. Though BM letting himself die versus being saved was smart. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be saved. Fuck that shit. Never! So in the Pee Wee Herman scream, never! Just, yeah, it was so good. It was a good death. I liked it. I do love the preview of BM and Kordak standing over Aquaman and family. Totally felt like a James Tywin IV and Jim Lee cover work. So good. I need to find that as a wallpaper. I love that fucking scene. It's so beautiful. I wish they'd do more villains gaining victories over the heroes. Yes. That was another thing I liked about this, was that it took Aquaman many losses before getting BM. Yeah, definitely. Because I get so tired of like heroes winning. It's like, fuck, do the villain arcs for fuck's sake. Jesus Christ. There's so many villain arcs out there that are way better than your basic substandard tragedy strikes. Hero comes in, saves the day, gets the girl. Everything's hunky dory. And then you got the villain that comes in, I'm gonna fuck shit up and kills everybody. I'm like, that's what I need. Like, I need a whole villain trilogy, an actual villain trilogy that's like really good and deep and complex. And no, I'm not talking about Star Wars, so fuck you if you're thinking that. Oh my. Let's see. I'm kind of surprised Mira wasn't in this as much, but it's alright. I'm not getting into that behind the scenes bullshit. I don't care. I do want to see the art book for this too, whenever the hell that comes out. Because this thing was so creative in world building, and I need to see the art for that. Like, fuck. I do wonder if there was more of BM interacting with Kordax, probably the most underrated part of the film. Easily. King Atling using his blood to seal away Kordax and Necrus was fucking mind-blowing. I know a little bit about Atlantis, but that opens up the mythos even more. Yeah. Like, I've only read a few of Aquaman's arcs. Mainly the ones with Justice League, I guess. But, like, his power base is very interesting. And the fact that King Atlan can use his blood to use blood magic to seal away his brother, that's fucking crazy. And the way that played out, wow, fucking wild. Mm-mm-mm. And Kordax turning his whole fucking kingdom into fucking undead. Jesus. Creepy. Beautiful designs, though. I love them. Oh, so good. Aquaman tackling fatherhood was fun to see, as well as him doing politics. Yeah. It was nice to see that. Like, I really did enjoy it. Should have had a little more. The humor was kind of overkill in some parts. I mean, yeah, DC has its funny, but not all the time. The desert prison for Orm was dope. Would have been nice to see more schism between Orm and Aquaman. I got a belch and it's stuck. Let's see. Props on labeling locations again. Very good shit. I love that. There's many homages in this too. The Thing, Jurassic Park, Jumanji, Journey to the Center of the World, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, etc. So many homages in this. And many that I can't even remember because there were so many. Or I can't name them all because they were so they were so quick and so good. Oh, there's another one. You could say Aquaman and Orm versus what the hell was that? The chick in the vessel, the octo tank, and he's wielding the orichalcum. That could be Alien's homage easily with Ripley. I love the Hammerhead ship layout, especially the twin helms needed to steer it. Beautiful. Love that. Damn. My motherfucking throat. It's driving me nuts. The D-Box motion for this was about 15% less than the first film. The first film was just constant, whereas this one was more grounded. I get that most of it was dedicated to still scenes, but oh well. Necros Kingdom was magnificent. Humpback and killer whales using their sonar to overpower. BM's sonar device was amazing. That was crazy. I love that. That's better. Fuck. And Orm getting possessed by the Trident was really good. I mean, it was a hell of a struggle though between the two of them. Like, I liked BM being possessed more than Orm because Orm was just, on his redemption path and shit. Whereas BM was more on his killing spree deal. And he was so methodical, and I love methodical motherfuckers. Was this better than The Flash? In terms of story, yeah, world building too. But then again, I like the world building in Flash as well. Topo was cool, could have had more him too, plus the Sunken Citadel deserved more exploration. Same goes for the secondary characters as well. Fuck, it's like... I feel that an Atlantis series would be beneficial to the plethora of DC series is available. Got a fuck ton for pedobats and soups. Why not an Aquaman's home? I mean, Jesus Christ, you have so much for pedobats and Superman. Let Aquaman have some fun. Fuck. Oh my. So, which movie is better out of the quadrilogy? Because there's 4 Aquaman films. Well, there's 5. I haven't seen the 5th one. So, I'd say it's a tie between the first 2. I enjoyed the first one because it was so much D-Box movement and enthralled me, and I love new shit. And that final battle was so good. Absolutely spectacular. I loved it. The sequel kept the momentum going by expanding on world building and ending the duology on a high note. Yeah. Throne of Atlantis is underrated but doesn't have the brutality like the first one's battle. Lego Aquaman is good fun, but it's alright. Personally, I'd go with the first one even though I enjoyed Lost Kingdom more. It's like a tie between the two of them. I'd also argue that Lego DC films are equal and vastly underrated despite being kids' flicks. Man, a lot of them have adult themes to them, but they're aimed at kids. It's awesome. The creatures and denizens of Necros are phenomenal in design. I wouldn't mind having a fucking Necros statue. Just like, it's so cool. The sibling rivalry between Orm and Arthur is good, plus props on the flashbacks too. That's what makes it feel like a comic book unfolding. Like the flashbacks really made it added to that, and it was so good. Would have been nice to see the other kingdoms showcased aside from snippets. Yeah, I hate snippets, they drive me nuts. Wouldn't mind seeing James Wan helm a Bioshock movie. Ooh, yes. Oh, baby. Oh, that's one. Who's underrated in this? I guess Orm or Black Manta. Honestly, like, I didn't even care about whatever the fuck his name is. Jimmy Woo, I think that's his name. I don't know. Fuck. I don't know. It's like, whatever. Comedy relief gets on my fucking nerves after a while. Originally, I posted it was a 7.9 out of 10, but now that I think about it, it's more 8.1. Definitely. Another big thing that was tackled was climate change and global warming. I like that shit because it's true. Shit's happening all the time. You see it every day, and for those of you who don't believe it's real, do you own a home or a vehicle? Easy question. Have you seen what the weather and climate has done to it over the years, decades even, possibly centuries? You got wear and tear that requires repair. Hey, I rhymed. Mostly caused by outside forces that you don't control, like the weather and seasons and time. Good grief. Plus, the weather on the news always shows the temps from back then. Even they were different compared to today. Like, I was watching the news one night, and the fuck, I am whipped. I'm sleepy. One day, I forget what year. It was last week or sometime, and the temperature was like 78. Yeah, 78 for a high, and then the low for a different time of year was about 10 degrees. And I'm like, shit, my stitches are healing nicely. Yep. I get these fuckers taken out in a few days. Yay. So yeah, climate change, global warming, it does exist. Fun times. I mean, Christ, I've had, this was all last decade too. There was always that one day in December when it was like 50 or 80 degrees for no reason whatsoever, and then it would just plummet down to 40 or 30. Funny as hell. So, personally, I would love to see the Orichalcum terraform the planet completely. Yeah, transform the planet, and then next part is terraforming. Oh my! And I did mention the expansion on Atlantis series because that's what I meant when I talked about Cordax. Yeah. The 5 month span of terraforming is pretty impressive. 5 months of terraforming made an entire jungle. That's impressive shit. So for DC, this is the second best film of 2023. Number one being Batman Doom that came to Gotham. So, you don't like DC, you hate James Wan, you want to cry and moan about Warner Brothers and all that shit, well then don't watch this. If you happen to enjoy Aquaman and you like James Wan's work, you love DC, you like Warner Brothers, go for this. Try it out. It was a lot of fun. There was, when I went last night, there was only me, two in the back. I think it was like a total of like 8 people in the theater for an evening show. And I was surprised by that because the movie just came out. But, you know, it's also New Year's weekend, so people are busy and they're away, so theaters aren't going to be as full as they usually are. But, yeah. So, but I liked it. Yeah. So, that's what I got. So, I'll be back with my end of year vid. Stay tuned.